This video has been a long time coming. I have debated back and forth with myself and my cats over whether or not I wanted to film a project pan video because it's a video I like to watch, but I don't know if I could commit myself to any one particular product for long enough to really pan it. So we are here today to test that out. Can I stick to these products long enough to put a dent in any of them? Because that's kind of my goal. It's not so much to finish some of these, it's just to put a dent in it, to really make it worth the money that I spent on it. So that is kind of where I am going with this project pan. What can we do with these items? Why did I pick these items? And how do we feel about the items that I picked? I don't know. It's a little bit of a hodgepodge. By the way, my name is Lauren if you're new here. Thank you for joining. I am excited to start this project, and I wanted to start it because I just wanted to get more use out of the items that I have. I have so many great things in my collection that I do not touch nearly enough. So this is hopefully going to help inspire me to use the products I love, to use some of these products up, and to really get their value out of them. We kind of have a variety here. We have some luxury items. We have I'm trying to think if we have any drugstore items in here. We'll go through it. We have some indie stuff. We have some mainstream stuff. It's a little bit of a mixed bag. So I'm going to go through the products that for the next 6 months, I'm going to be panning. And I think what I want to do is every month I'm going to update you with the status of these products. So let's go through these. Let me show you what I've identified for my project pan. And again, some of these items, it's not that I want to necessarily finish them, it's that I just want to put a big old dent in them and really love them. Though some of them I do want to finish. So yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about this. So let's just start off with primers, because I have a couple primers in here. The goal for these primers is to finish them. That is the goal. And let's go over why. So the first one I have is the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer. This is a great primer, but it gets stuck in the little spout constantly. I have to clean this guy out, stick something sharp down it to try to dislodge whatever is frozen up in it. And it was an expensive primer. So it's really frustrating that if I go too long without using it, it dries up in there. So it has a pretty sizable dent. It's about down to here. So the goal in the next 6 months is to finish this product up, really get a lot of use out of it, love it, and say goodbye to it. And yeah, I think we can do it. I think Hourglass is so expensive, but I believe in us. We can do this. The other primer that I have is on here because I don't love it and I don't hate it. That's the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer Hydrating Primer. I even have the travel size, so this shouldn't be that big of a deal. But this guy, it's just very liquidy, which is not my favorite type of primer. I actually have another primer from the Smashbox line, which is their Luminizing Primer, I believe it's called. It's fantastic. Love that primer. This one, it doesn't do a whole lot for me. I don't love it, I don't hate it, so it tends to get neglected. I just want to finish it. And I think I can. So that is why this guy is on here. We have a couple foundations. The first one is the Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Tinted Sunscreen. I have mine in the color 15 Melrose. Love this product. Absolutely love it. As you can see, it's gotten quite a bit of use. There's still a lot of product in there. I do not go in with a heavy hand with my foundation. So I know that I will still get a lot of use out of this. And for me, because again, I have so many foundations, I really have to focus on one in order to actually use it up. But the other reason that I really want to use this one up is because it expires in a couple months. It expires on 8/23. So I have a couple months to use this up before it goes bad. Now with expiration dates, I say it's kind of more of a suggestion, except in the case of sunscreen. I don't like pushing the boundaries when there's an expiration on a product that contains SPF, which this one does. Beautiful product. Need to use it before it goes bad. The other foundation I have, we're kind of in a similar situation in that it looks like we've used up quite a bit, and we have. I think I am actually almost done with this one, but again, it's one that I need to really focus on using and not getting distracted with my horde of other foundations. It is a horde, let's be honest. It's a small dragon's horde of foundation. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I have mine in the color 3 Neutral. Again, I actually do like this foundation. Oh my God, you can see sunlight through it. I really do like this foundation. I've tried another one of Charlotte Tilbury's foundations that I absolutely loathed. It was the worst foundation I have ever used, but this one is great. And again, I just need to focus and use it. I want there to be more empties in my end of year empty. We have the 6-month empty coming up and then the end of year empty. And I'm really hoping that we're gonna see both of these in the end of year empty. And look, for me, it's hard to do a project pan because I like variety. It's hard for me to use the same product every single day. That's my problem. It's a personal problem that I am trying to work on. But these ones are great products. I think I can use them up. I think 6 months, like, come on, 6 months for this should not be a problem. And who knows, maybe 3 months into my project pan, I will add a couple more items because say these have been finished. That would be great, right? We'll see. I only have one concealer, and that is the Dior Backstage concealer. I have mine in the color 1N. If you have watched my channel before, you may have seen the short that I just posted about how much I hate the packaging of this concealer. It is a great concealer. I really do like the formula. I like the coverage. It's pretty light. That's my hair. But it is just dirty. Do you see that? This is after I've cleaned it. Like, it just, product comes out the top. It doesn't really stand up super well. It just falls over, which causes, you know, the products just go over the place. I want to finish it. I want to get my money's worth. Again, Dior is a luxury line. I want to get my money's worth of this Dior. We have some setting powders, which is kind of exciting. So one, I'm not worried about using up. It is almost gone, I swear. But again, I need to buckle down and really use it. And that is the classic Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I have the travel size. There's like a chip in it. It's old. It's old. I need to finish it. It smells great. It smells like setting powder. I feel like most setting powders smell the same and I kind of like it. Kind of like baby powder. It's almost done. It's almost done. I just need to focus and finish it. Not the same problem I have for this guy. This is another Hourglass product. There's actually quite a few Hourglass products in here, which is interesting. But this is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. And this is actually a fantastic product that I have completely forgotten about. I have owned this guy for a long time. I've neglected him. I've been pulling him out the past couple days since I decided to do this project pan. And oh my gosh, it makes my skin feel like a baby's bottom. It is a fantastic setting powder. I have neglected. No longer will I neglect you, Veil. I'm gonna use you. I'm gonna use you up. This is one of my older setting powders, so I would like to use it up. We will see. We will see if I can focus on it for long enough to use it up. What should we do next? Eyeshadows, bronzers. We've got, let's see. Let's talk about some bronzers because we have 3 bronzers on here that I want to work on. So first one, another Charlotte Tilbury item. This is the contour wand. I have mine in the color Fair Medium. This is another product that I'm so close to finishing and I have such mixed feelings about it that I just don't pull it out a lot. I find it to be a little bit difficult to work with. So I just want to finish it up and be done with it. Again, 6 months, you'd be like, Lauren, that's plenty of time. But if you've been here before and you've seen my collection, you know how many different products I have that I like to use. Like, especially when I'm on camera, I like using a variety of different products that maybe I haven't used in the past couple of videos. So I haven't used him in a while and I want him gone. I do. I want him finished. I want to have him in my empties for the end of the year so I can brag that I finished this. It's not a huge brag because there's not that much product in here, but you know, it's important to me. So we are going to use this guy up. A couple other bronzers. Okay, this one's actually new. Totally new to my collection. This is the Freck Face Hack tiny bronzer. I have mine in the color Fair. I've talked about this in a video before. It's very tiny. It's very tiny. And it says that it's more of a neutral color. I find it to be a little bit warm. And I'm just curious if I can finish this guy in 6 months. If I'm using him in tandem with my other bronzers, but using him a priority, can I use him up in 6 months? How long will this tiny guy last? It's for science. That's what I'm using this one for. This one, on the other hand, this is the Fenty Cream Bronzer in Butta Biscuit. This is what the inside of mine looks like. This is old. This is an old product. This is actually what I'm wearing on my face today. I just want to use it. I want to see if I can hit pan in it because I don't reach for it. And it was one of the first cream bronzers that I fell in love with, but it is also very warm. And I like a more neutral tone bronzer. I do. This one I wanted to pull out for my project pan because I felt like the best time to use it is going to be the summer when I have a little more color on my face. So I want to see if I can pan it. It's just been in my collection for so long that it's another item that gets neglected. That's good. I mean, I loved it when I first got it. It is dirty, if you could not tell. It's very dirty. But I want to see if I can actually make it worth the money that I've spent on it, right? So we're going to see if we can do that. We have some blushes. I'm looking at them right now, and I think I'm going to put one to the side. I'm trying to be realistic about this, right? Because if I have a ton of products, I may never use a good portion of them, and it's going to be too overwhelming. So I'm trying to keep this project pan a little bit encapsulated. Is that the right word? I don't think that's the right word I'm looking for, but you know what I'm talking about. Doable, you know, realistic. So some people can do tons and tons. I was gonna say hundreds of items in their project pan. No. But a lot of items, and I'm sticking to a few so I can actually make a dent in these. So blushes, let's talk about this. Again, we have a luxury item. This is one that I have no intention of finishing up. I just want to see how long it's going to take me to make some movement on this. And this is the Chanel Le Beige Eau de Blush in the color, I want to say it's light pink. Yes, light pink. And what I've done is I put a little piece of washi tape on here so that I can kind of track the movement as I use it and to see how long this will last me, because a little bit goes a long way. I was actually really impressed with this product. I've been using it a lot lately. I don't think it's like gotten smaller or anything, but I actually really like this blush. I love the color. It's another item that's on my face today. It's just very pretty. It's a very pretty, very light pink, which I like a more kind of neutral pink for every day. Nothing too bright. If I'm doing especially a bright eye look, I like my blush to be a little more neutral so that it doesn't detract from my eye look. And I don't know, I've been using this kind of daily and I really like it. So I just want to see if we can get some movement. This blush is $50. So if I use up half of it, it'll be $25 worth of product. That'll make me feel a little bit better about having this. So yeah, let's try to put a dent in it, okay? Let's try. We have another blush. This is an indie product. So this is by M Cosmetics, which is a fantastic brand. This is the Heaven's Glow Faded Clementine blush. This is more of a orangey blush, and as you can see, there's not a mark on it. I swear I've used it, but because I tend to go on with a light hand, you can't tell. You can't tell. It's been used a couple times, and the reason why I put this in my project pan, again, we're not going to pan this one. I'm not a crazy person, but I would like to see a dent in it. I really would. I forgot I had it. And I was kind of going through all my stuff, trying to pick out what I wanted to include in my project pan, what I thought was doable. And I don't know if this is doable, but it is a item that I want to use. You know, I want to get more use out of it. And I also think at the end of the day, if I start using some of these products more and decide, maybe I don't like this, you know, that's okay. Let's replace it with a different item. But for now, I want to include a more orangey blush. This is a little bit different than the Chanel. So I'm excited to see how many times I can use this. And I will be tracking one of my YouTube friends on here. I'll link her channel below, Lily. She is awesome. She does great project pans. So if you're really into them, I highly suggest checking out her channel. But she keeps track of how many times she uses a product to kind of tell how many uses you're going to get out of something, which I think is so cool. So I want to do something very similar. Thank you for the good idea, Lily. And yeah, let's go on to the next product. NARS Orgasm. This is a old palette. This is the Endless Orgasm palette. This is one of my first NARS palettes, and it's been well loved. I don't know if you can see, but there is a little bit of a, well, there's a little bit of a dip in this one. I clearly have a favorite. I want there to be more dips. This is getting old. It is a cream product, so there's only so much longer I'll be able to use it. This has got to be like 4 years old. 3 or 4? It's got to be 4 years at least. Maybe older. I've had it for a long time. And I think it smells fine as far as I can tell, but I just worry it's gonna go bad soon. And this is kind of a funny product because when I first got it, it was kind of when I was first really getting into makeup. I just thought it was beautiful. I tried it out and I did not know how to use it. I did not know how to use cream products at this point in my life. And with this one, I normally go in with a beauty blender. I find that to be the best way. But I also now have brushes that I think will work better and not the beauty blender. So it's going to be interesting to see how much more use I can get out of this. I think I can get more, lots more, but we will see. Highlighters. I thought I had more highlighters. I only have one. Interesting. Okay, this is another indie product. And I pulled this one out because I've been loving so much from this brand lately that, again, this is another product that tends to get lost in my collection, and I wanted it to stand out, use it more because it's so pretty. It's going to be beautiful in the summer. This is the Rituel de Fille Rare Light Cream Luminizer in the color Icebow, and their highlighters are just absolutely gorgeous. This is another product that I have on my cheeks today. And you can go in with a little bit of a subtle hand, so it's not blinding if that's what you're looking for, or you can layer it on top of each other and you can really see, it's got a little bit of a pinky shift. It's got a little bit of gold. It's kind of, I don't know how to describe this color. I'm gonna have to look and see what it says on the website. But it's beautiful. I love putting it on my face. It is a beautiful highlighter, and it's one that I think I'll be able to get a lot of use out of. Again, it's another cream product. We don't want these going bad before we use them up. So I want to see if I have one highlighter in my project pan, how can we do this? Can we like put a dent, please? I'm saving the eyeshadow for last, but I have one gel cream liner. This is from ColourPop. This is in the color Overboard, and it's just a beautiful gel eyeliner, and I really like this color, and I never finish my gel liners. I never do. It takes a lot of focus and concentration for me to finish one of these, so I want to see if I can do it. Like the value of this is, I think it's like $7 online, so it's not like I'm worried about wasting my money with this one. I just want to use it. I do. I don't even have it on my face today, so we're not starting off super strong with it, but I think I can get a lot of use out of it in the summer. Again, these are products that I picked because I thought this was going to be the perfect time of the year to use them, to focus on using them, and yeah, I just like this liner, so we're going to use it up. Fingers crossed. We have a couple lip products. We have another Hourglass product. Yes, this is our number 3 Hourglass product, I believe, and this is actually a newer one. What is this? This is their, I don't remember what exactly this product is called. It's their little glossy lip gloss, whatever, Phantom Balm, I think it's actually called. I have mine in the color Misty, or Mist, potentially. The writing is small on here, okay? So this is the color Mist. And it's a beautiful pink. It's on my lips. The reason why it's on my project pan is because it is a unstable product. I had this one in my purse at one point and it melted a little bit. So I think there's like a little hole in it. It's kind of a mess. And again, we're dealing with a rather expensive lip product. I don't go through lip products, like at all. Pretty much at all. So that's why I've limited my lip products to 2. This one and a mini. Look how cute he is. This is the Buxom Full On Plumping Lip Cream. I have mine in the color Dolly. If I can use up a travel size, I will be proud of myself. So we have two lip products. They are kind of similar colors. They're a lighter pink, but I knew I'd be able to get more use out of a lighter pink color than say a deep red. I don't think I'm gonna be able to pan a deep red because I just don't wear deep red every single day, but I can use these every single day. So wish me luck, wish me luck. Now, my favorite eye products, eyeshadows, eye everything. We have a couple more products from ColourPop. So we have a couple of their Super Shock shadows. The first one we have in the color Rosebud, and Rosebud actually already has a pan in it. So I was going through all my Super Shocks. You're gonna see the video of me decluttering them, swatching them in a later video. I think it's coming, I think I'm gonna put it out next week. But I have a large collection of Super Shock shadows. This is just a very, very beautiful neutral brown. And I needed a neutral color because the palettes I picked are pretty bright. So yes, this again, it's in the color Rosebud. I want to finish it. The pans are not deep on the Super Shocks, so I think I'll be able to. 6 months, can we do it? I think so. I also have another Super Shock. This is in the color Kush, and it is more of just kind of like a neutral taupey silvery color. It's very pretty. And again, I think this is a color I'll be able to get a lot of use out of, which is why I picked it. And you know, this project pan is really a challenge to myself. Can I pan any of these items? Can I finish them up without getting distracted by the millions of other products that I have? I don't know. I don't know. That's why I wanted to do this, to really challenge myself. So of course I had to pick palettes that were going to be challenging. The first one is, this is the ABH Norvina palette. This is the Pro Pigment palette volume 4. Now I think it's volume 5 I just talked about in my favorite palettes for summer. It's pretty much all purple. It's beautiful. This is not the same, but it does have beautiful colors. And I, except for the past couple days, I reached for it like once previously and it's been neglected. I love the formula though, so I'm like, no, we are going to get lots of use out of this, okay? We are. That is my goal. These are colors that really speak to me in the summer anyway, so I feel like it's fitting for this time of year to pull this out, use it, and really enjoy it. The D4 I've been using quite a bit. Well, okay, I've used for the past 2 days. That's how long. I have been using this, yeah, since June 1st. So let's see, A3, that super bright fuchsia up there, is one that I want to use a lot in the summer. We've got 2 pressed glitters. We have E2 and E3. I actually swatched these and they're so pretty, especially E2. I just don't use pressed glitters. So I want to see if I can figure out another way to use this. The pressed glitters? I don't know. You know, I just want to put a dent in one of those pressed glitters, and I want to put a dent in one of the other colors. We will see. The other palette I picked is one that I picked to challenge myself because it is a intensely expensive palette. And in full honesty, I've used it a handful of times and then gotten a little bit scared. So we are talking about the Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 4 Transcendence palette. It's so expensive. It's so pretty, but it is so difficult to use. I have some difficulty using this palette. I, in full transparency, have not even played with the liquid liners at the end there. You have to use water, you have to get them wet to activate them. I don't want to deal with that. So that's gonna change, okay? Actually, this whole middle row is complicated. The chrome flakes in the middle there are difficult to use and also adhere to your skin like nothing I've ever seen, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. But it's just, it is a palette that challenges me, which is why I want to use more of it during this time to see if I can put a dent in it. You know, I'm not going to finish up a whole palette in 6 months. That's not going to happen. But I want to see some, I don't know, grooves, you know? I want to see a dip in some of these pans. So this is really just one of those palettes that I pulled out so I can challenge myself. And it's something that I can use in tandem with the Super Shocks, which is why I thought they'd go well together. And even the Norvina palette, we have some neutrality in there. So we can use some of the browns in here and then pull out the Danessa Myricks and use some of those crazy bright, shifty colors. I'm already terrified, but I'm excited. I really am. So that is what I have pulled out of my collection to really focus on the next 6 months. Again, I will be tracking how much I use every single product. And I also will be, I've got a little more washi tape here. So I'm gonna put an X on all these so I know that they're in my project pan. And they don't get lost or put in with something else and I lose track of them, which could totally happen. So we're gonna be putting X's on all of these so I can focus on them. But yeah, expect monthly updates. I think that's how often I wanna do an update. And we will just be taking pictures of, you know, I'll be taking pictures now of all the products and comparing that to what they look like down the road. So I'm excited to start this. I have been, again, debating doing a project pan for a while, so I am really excited to get started on this, and I will keep you updated on my journey. Can we do this, Lauren? Yes, we can. If you have a chance, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to me. My goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers at the end of this year. I think it's doable, but I definitely need your help. I hope you're all having a beautiful weekend, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!